VSiN New York Giants Sports Talk and Entertainment. Wow, that really still hurts to do. You're out of breath. You know, if you have seasonal allergies or asthma or anything like that and everything, you know sometimes even with everything going on, it's difficult to breathe, and that takes a lot to breathe. And I love it because some people love the intro, some people hate it. I guess it's the diversity of life. Will I continue to do it? Probably. Will I change it up from now and then? Yeah, more than likely. But you know what? We'll have to just wait and see. But right now, it's a little rough to do it. So let's get into the New York Football Giants. Of course, they are playing the Washington team this weekend, and I was going to cover some other things first, such as the injury reports, Cam Brown, a couple other things here and there, Marcus Golden. But I was going to get right into the game itself and our bold predictions. That's not even a bold prediction. That's kind of a stupid thing to say. But I'm going to pull a Jim Fossil. I'm taking all my chips and I am pushing them to the center of the table. And I'm saying the Giants are winning this game 27-17. I don't know if it's the allergy medicine. I don't know if it's the rum in the coffee. I don't know what it is, but I'm seeing us being a blazing 1-5. And then maybe that being the last one of the season. I don't know. But you know what? I'm still not sold on Daniel Jones putting it all together because their pass rush in Washington, I think, is going to give us fits. I'm not overly sold on the Washington secondary. I think that with everything that's going on at Giant Camp right now, with them trying to figure out the offense, if they're going to go more simplistic or if they're going to try to air it out, I don't know. But I just have a gut feeling that the Giants for 1 week are going to put it all together. And I know it's a gutsy thing to say against the Washington football team because they're so awesome, 1-4. But sorry I had to stop for a moment there. I was choking. But I just have a feeling that the Giants are going to put it all together. They're going to put it all on the line. We're going to figure something out. I hope and I think we're going to head towards the run game with Washington. And the best way to, negate a pass rush a lot of times is just a good running game. Is the ability to keep the other team off balance. Couple run draws here, a couple swing passes out to the backs. Keep it simple. Every once in a while, look for the big play downfield. Script it. I'm literally script it. They used to do that with Eli. Kevin Gilbride used to do that with Eli Manning. He would script like 3 or 4 just big passes. And he would tell basically Eli Manning, throw the ball. Double coverage, triple coverage, whatever. Just throw the ball 40, 50 yards down the field. See what happens. And a lot of times people are like, well, Eli with all of his interceptions. A lot of Eli's interceptions was because of Kevin Gilbride. Kevin Gilbride made Eli Manning a gunslinger earlier and even towards the middle of his career. So, and I think we should do the same thing with Daniel Jones. Give Daniel Jones the opportunity to make the mistake, but have him make the mistake deep. And that ability will hopefully stretch the defense. And I think that's what we're going to need to do. I think defensively we're going to be fine. I'm still worried about that CB2 position alongside Bradbury. But I think we have enough horses to get to Alex Smith. And like I said, Alex Smith had his first action last week after how long? After that gruesome injury. So, you hope Alex doesn't turn back to the days of yore and be the Alex Smith he was like 4 or 5 years ago. We hope he's going to be, and I'm not hoping for an injury. I'm hoping that he's going to be gun shy. I'm hoping that he is going to keep his eyes on the rush instead of downfield. And I hope the Giants are smart enough to try to keep the rush directly in his face. And I think that's going to be the key to victory. I think if we can keep their D off balance, and like I said, run a draw. Run a screen. Set up a screen and actually run it. I know they like doing the fake reverse and the double reverse and everything else with Jason, but let's simplify it a little bit. If you want, I like to refer to it as you want to be Razzle Dazzle. Let's do simplified Razzle Dazzle. Let's just set up a screen. You know what? There was a play the Giants used to run. Kevin Gilbride used to run it, and he ran it once during Hakeem Nicks's rookie year. And it was basically Nicks took one step off the line, and Eli threw a quick pass to him. And the one time he ran that play, the first time they ran that play, Hakeem went 75 yards for a touchdown. Now, the Giants, in their infinite wisdom with Kevin Gilbride sometimes, he must have ran that play 15 different times, and it never had the same results. But all I'm saying is, let's just run something similar. Have Darius take a step off the line, throw the ball, quick throw right to him, keep the defensive off balanced a little bit, come back with a draw, then come back with a play action pass. Let's keep some motion in the let's get some motion going on here. And not this motion where we're going, two guys are moving in the backfield and this and that. Let's just put the wide receiver in motion. Let's put the tight end in motion. Let's try to keep them off balance a little bit. Let's keep it simple. Let's do Razzle Dazzle simplicity. That's what we're going to call it. And I think it's going to be enough. Just all we need to do really against Washington, in my mind, is just delay that rush, is to slow that rush down. And if we can do that by keeping them off balance, by having play calling, which will keep them guessing, which is what we need to do. Because a lot of times, Jason Garrett, he had a good game. He called a good game against Dallas, but the first 4 games, a lot of times he wasn't keeping the other teams guessing. Even my wife was lining up saying that they're going to run the ball. They're going to throw this pass. I was like, wow. It's like, okay. If we could see that from the TV, what are they seeing from the booth upstairs? The defensive coordinators. So, like I said, let's get Wayne Gallman more involved. Let's try to stop forcing the issue with Evan Ingram. Let the game come to him. Let's take a couple shots deep with Darius. And like I said, I don't care if he throws an interception, Daniel Jones. Let him run. Let Darius run. Let him fly. Let him run a fly pattern and see what happens. Let's just try to stretch this Washington defense. And like I said, let's not overcomplicate things. And I'm not saying Daniel Jones is not smart enough to pick up the complexities of an offense because he ran the Shermer offense. But let's break down the reads for Daniel Jones. Let's give him like 3 reads. Let's give him his primary. Tell him to look at a primary, check off, and go to your other 2. And then worst case scenario, tuck it or run and throw it away. Let's keep it simple for him. And if he's worried about the rush, let's do the same thing. Let's just simplify it. Quick passes. Let's do a little West Coast. I did want to laugh because I saw something today which I thought was hilarious. Cam Brown, of course, who has yet to get off special teams, has yet to make a play on defense. Our special teams coordinator is saying Cam Brown is a $70 million man waiting to happen. And I laugh because, people are going to pick this up and say, oh, yeah, he's got a huge upside. This is a guy that hasn't gotten off of special teams yet. He hasn't run a defensive snap yet. Can we let him do something before we say that he's a $70 million man waiting to happen? I mean, I thought that was – I just wanted to bring it up real quick because I thought that was kind of funny. Also, a quick injury update. We Giants are not really, that banged up outside the players that we already know that aren't going to play. Marcus Golden is going to, of course, fill in at linebacker this week for Lorenzo Carter, which was a big loss. People can say what they want to say about Carter. He was starting to put something together. I never thought he was going to be an All-Pro, but I thought he would be more than a serviceable linebacker. Dexter Lawrence has a knee injury. Peppers still has the ankle, and Darius has the foot. Kyler has the ankle. All 4 were limited to practice on Thursday. We'll see. We'll get a better idea on Saturday what the injury report, or Sunday morning what the injury report is going to look like. Of course, we don't do shows on the weekends anymore except for our wrap-up show after the game. So I think we're just going to leave it there at that. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. If you like, drop us an email at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com, or of course follow us on Twitter at OnlineBigBlue1. I know we're supposed to be getting our social media game up to speed. We just haven't been we've been slacking on that a little bit, and we're going to try to work on that a little bit more. But like I said, I am pushing all my chips to the center of the table, and I am saying the Giants will win 27-17. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, if you can subscribe, if you can ring that bell, I think you know what that means. That'd be awesome.